bootleg of Greta from Gremlins, and I want to start by showing off a mistake that I actually made. So like this is like this is um this is the silicone I was trying to like cast the mold, and yes, it's visible here. It's all like super gummy. I'm gonna go ahead and peel it off while I talk. Um, yeah, so whenever I make a bootleg, one of the things that I've learned is that you want to one very effective way to avoid bubbles if you don't have the chemical that lets you do that, or if you don't have the pressuring machine that you need, those really expensive ones, or you don't know how to make one yourself or whatever, is just to put like a little layer of silicone before you actually cast the whole thing. I'm trying to make this into a two-piece mold, and I was trying to put the layer there, but that just wasn't going to work. The reason why that wasn't going to work was because this didn't dry correctly. It's all super gummy and sticky. That's no good. It's not going to pick up the detail, and it's kind of sticky. It's kind of glued. So there's there's several reasons why that's not going to work. It's too gummy and it just sticks everywhere whenever you peel it off. Eventually it's going to dry even more, but it's never going to dry fully. So it's just a waste. And the reason why that happened was because I didn't put enough catalyzer there, and I thought I was putting enough. I was even putting more than enough, but whenever you need to use catalyzer, um, it always has to be 10% of like the amount of silicone that you need to use. And this is like, I thought, like for example, for this amount right here, I thought that 22 drops of catalyzer was enough. Again, as I said, I usually like not fully, like, I don't know, I'm kind of distracted lately, and so I thought 22 drops of catalyzer for this amount of silicone was more than enough. So whenever you, obviously that wasn't the case, so my recommendation is that you usually put a little bit more than what you think you're gonna need. If you're not sure, if you don't have a way to measure exactly 10% of all of the whole amount of like silicone that you're going to use, put a few drops, like 5 more drops or something, and you pour it like really really quick, like as fast as you can, so it won't dry. Because another thing that can happen is that you may put too much, and instead of having this happening, it's gonna be the other way around. It's gonna dry um, faster. This has been sitting for like the entire day, and this is as far as it went. Sometimes it can dry up in like a couple of days. Especially this didn't have any. Um, I forgot diluyente. I forgot the name of that, but Where is it? It's right here. This is what you use to dilute the silicone in case you need more liquid. And if you use this, you may need like a little bit more of this. So yeah. Oh, I also forgot to sign it. To sign the. I usually sign them. I always sign them. And except for right, like this one has my signature right there. So one recommendation: use a little bit more catalyzer than if you than what you think it's enough. A few drops, in case you don't have a way to measure exactly. Also, another thing: never throw out silicone because this is expensive. You never throw it out. There's always a way to recycle it. This I'm still going to use this in the same mold, just like not how I wanted it, but I'm still gonna use it. I'm gonna clean all of this and I'm gonna use it. Also, one of the other reasons why silicones and resins sometimes don't work correctly, it's because of temperature. Sometimes when it's too humid or too warm, sometimes they don't work as as you wanted them. For example, especially resins. For example, resin might not harden and correctly if the whenever you're using it, it's too humid, or sometimes it may dry too much, like faster, or even before you've even used it, if the place where you are working it's too like hot and like dry, so that can happen too. Always have the surface of whatever you're going to use as clean as possible. If you're going to use clay like this one, make sure to put like a layer of lacquer, some kind of lacquer on it. Just cover it, just spray it, because otherwise the silicone is going to stick to it too much. Even when it dried like correctly, it's still going to stick there. So one, I made a Killer Tomatoes bootleg once, and the original mold got destroyed when I pulled it out of the mold, because it was so like stuck there, because I don't remember if I didn't use enough lacquer or if I didn't use any at all. So the mold came out just fine, but the original piece, the original clay piece, was absolutely like obliterated. This is the Killer Tomato. This is another example. I wanted to make this boglin, and I wanted to have them like small, but with a hole in there, in here, so you could like put your finger there and have it like a puppet, like an actual boglin. But I didn't. It's noticeable here. I didn't put like enough lacquer there inside of there, so the silicone just got glued, just got like so stuck there that I could never pull it off. So the mold actually ended up coming without the hole here, because the silicone was just stuck there. So every boglin that I make now has like, it's like, doesn't have a hole. So that kind of sucks, but I corrected that. The new mold that I make in the future is going to have the hole, which is going to be even cooler.